When buying an e-bike, it is similar to buying a car. It's an investment. And you want to buy the product from a trusted brand that has been around for a while. You want a business that can offer after-sale support. You want to be able to pick up the phone and call someone and get hold of someone immediately. For many, your new e-bike will be your daily transport. So it needs to feel familiar and be super reliable. On average, e-bike riders use their e-bike twice as much as regular bike riders, making it even more important to choose the right one. On that note, you want bike parts from recognizable brand names. Recognizable brand names tend to sell parts that are going to last longer and be easier to replace down the track. This gives you a better chance of owning an e-bike that lasts a lifetime. At Vos Bikes, we've been selling electric bikes now for 7 years. We have award-winning customer service, a 28-day, no questions asked return policy, a 2-year warranty on all parts, including electrics, and we can be found in 50 different bike shops around Australia. Check out our reviews. We have thousands of happy customers all around Australia. We use quality parts like Shimano, Tektro, and use Samsung, LG, Tesla battery cells in our e-bike batteries. These parts can be easily serviced by any bike mechanic and can be easily sourced if they need replacing and have a long lifespan and are super durable. I can vouch for the durability as I rode my Vos bike 4,000 kilometers across Australia from Perth to Sydney. In terms of batteries, your battery is like on your phone. It's gonna get worse over a long period of time. You wanna be able to replace them easily and source them easily. The majority of Vos Bikes batteries are detachable and we stock heaps. At Vos Bikes, we have integrated lights so you don't get caught without a light in the dark, which is a massive headache. And the majority of our models have Tektro hydraulic disc brakes. Comfort is also so key. So we have super comfy seats. I can again vouch for that because I sat on a Vos seat for 10 hours for 3 weeks straight when I was crossing the country. We've designed all of our bikes in a way that they can be customized with size by the height of the rider. I'll show you how that works now. So, comfort is key. So we have these super comfy seats. I can again vouch for this. So I spent 10 hours a day sitting on one of these seats for 3 weeks straight. So I can vouch these are super comfy seats. All bikes have been designed in a way that can be customized to the rider's height and seating preferences. So if you are 6'6", you can stand up on your bike like that. I'm 6'2", so it's a bit big for me. And it can go all the way down to being around 4'10", where you can sit down real low like that. So every single Vos bike comes with the ability to set a speed limit, ensuring it complies with the state laws. And you can remove the speed limit for off-road riding if you wish. The throttle can also be activated or deactivated. So the majority of Vos bikes run a torque sensor, which is currently the most advanced pedal assistance available. So the torque sensor detects how hard the rider is pedaling and measures the force applied to the pedal and assists you accordingly, helping preserve battery life and creating a much smoother ride. The torque sensor is superior to the cadence sensor, which uses magnets, which heaps of e-bikes currently use. With the cadence system, the assistance kicks in late and it isn't as smooth, pretty jittery. In terms of motors, Vos has flirted with the mid-drive motor. We have compared mid-drive motors with e-bikes with rear hub motors and a torque sensor, and they almost feel identical. Rear hub motors are generally much more affordable, and way down the track, if your motor dies, we just send you out a new wheel and it's super easy to replace, whereas the mid motors are much harder to fix. We have about 6 models that cater for all types of needs and wants. You can pick which model depending on what you need it for. For example, if you plan on going off-road and want to charge up dirt roads, you probably pick the ElHefe, which has dual motors. So I'll just show you how that works. You can activate one rear wheel, you can activate the front wheel, and then if you really want to charge up a dirt hill or you want to ride it on the sand, you can then activate both wheels. So the ElHefe is a beast, but it wouldn't compact easily on the front seat of someone's car like the ElDoublers here. So the ElDoublers can fold up. I'll just show you how it does that. And if you take off the seat and take out the battery, the bike's gonna weigh about 23 kilos. So it's perfect for anyone living in the city and wants to pack their bike away somewhere nice and small. Also great for anyone who is living on the road. They have a caravan or live in their van. This thing just packs real nicely into your vehicle, and really handy if you set up at a campsite and you want to go to the shops. It means you don't have to pack up the tent and jump back in your car. You can just whip out your ElDoublers. So perfect camping buddy. So two very different bikes that we sell as well are the Pluma. So this is currently the lightest e-bike on the Australian market. It weighs 16 kilos, and it's great for anyone who is traveling around the city. Maybe they really love riding a normal bike and want to ride a bike that is very discreetly an e-bike. Because this bike is so light as well, it's going to actually feel like a normal bike when the battery is dead. And this one compares very differently to something like our Papa Grande, which is obviously much heavier, but can carry around 180 kilos. So this is great for someone who wants to go to the shops and do all their shopping, and it's a very great car replacement as well. You can carry a bunch of stuff in the back there, you can carry a bunch of stuff on the front. I've seen plenty of people carry their pets in the back as well. So it's a great way to travel with your little furry companion. So finally, we have the ElRapido, which is also like a bit of a city commuter. It's got a bigger battery and can carry quite a bit of stuff on the front and on the back here, with a detachable battery right here. This is a great city commuter. It's gonna whip you around the city very quickly. It's got a 500 watt motor and can be adjustable to all state laws with speed limits. So this is essentially the smaller version of our Amigo. And the Amigo has a long rear rack, so you can have a friend join you, sit on the back. You've got pegs for their seat. You can also carry stuff on the front. I talked before about car replacements. We sell these a lot to people who are getting rid of their second car. This seat can also be taken off and you can put a basket on the back and you can carry a bunch of stuff. This bike can carry up to 180 kilos. So Vamos takes feedback super seriously. We've been selling e-bikes for 7 years now. Every year we listen to customer feedback, combine that with emerging technology and upgrade our models. I'm super excited to show you our 2024 selection of models today. So this is the Vos Amigo. It comes in a blue, a gray, and a red, like we can see here. This could be fully a car replacement. It can carry around 180 kilos. It's got a 15 amp hour, 48 volt Samsung battery, get you about 80 Ks. You've got a seat here so you can bring a friend with you, hence it being called the Amigo. You can also take the seat off and put a basket on the back. You can also put that basket on the front up here as well. We've got hydraulic disc brakes, we've got a color screen. The Amigo now, the 2024 model, is the only e-bike that I know of in Australia that can swap from 250 watts to 500 watts. That means it's legal in every single state across Australia. We've got pegs for your buddy to put their feet on, and we've got integrated front lights and rear lights. Like I said, it can carry 180 kilos. I see people with their friend on the back, a case of beer on the front, and then a surfboard on the side. You can also just park wherever you want, right in front of the beach if you're heading to the beach, or right in front of the shops if you go in the shops. It's a super popular model. It's the only two-seater in the market where you have an adjustable seat for the rider as well. We've also got front suspension, a super comfy seat, and some thick tires, so it can go off-road and on-road. Super versatile. This is currently our most popular model, really great selling model. Everyone seems to love it, really comfortable to ride and can be used in all terrain. We're starting to see the police get a little bit more unhappy about the throttle laws. So technically all around Australia, you're not allowed to use a throttle that goes above 6 kilometers an hour. So this is locked to 6 Ks, but there is a button that can unlock it if you're off-road riding. The other reason I brought this up is because the Amigo has a torque sensor. So a lot of the competitors of the Amigo doesn't have a torque sensor. So when you're pedaling it, you have to do 1 or 2 full rotations for the motor to kick in. With the torque sensor that the Amigo has, as soon as you pretty much put your foot on the pedal, the motor's going to kick in, it's going to assist you. So it's a really good bike if you don't want to use the throttle and you want that extra assistance. This bike has been selling around Australia for the last 2 years, and the 250 watt to 500 watt ability to change from wattage to the other wattage makes it unique in the e-bike field in Australia today. So this e-bike's called the Pluma, which is Spanish for feather. The reason we called it the feather is because it weighs 16 kilos. The lightest e-bike in the market in Australia right now. A lot of people find it hard to believe that it's actually an e-bike. It's a really discreet looking e-bike. It's got a torque sensor, so as soon as you start pedaling, the motor's gonna kick in. It's really good for people who still like riding a regular bike and want that motor assistance when they're going up a really steep hill. It's super fun to ride. The lightness makes it really easy to take up to your apartment if you live on the 4th or 5th floor and you need to walk it up some stairs. Really easy to pack away. If you're packing it in the car, you can just lift it up and pop it in. It's super light, really easy to handle. We've got hydraulic disc brakes with a Samsung cell battery and a belt drive just here. The feedback on this bike has been really great. We've only had it in store for the last few months and we're really proud of it. It comes in a red and a black color. If you want an e-bike that doesn't look like an e-bike and you want to fool people that you're still riding a normal bike, I'd recommend the Pluma because it's going to feel exactly like a regular bike, but then when you want that helping hand, it can help you get up those steep hills, and that's going to encourage you to ride your bike for longer than you would on a regular bike. Sweet, so this is the Papa Grande. It's an electric trike, heavy duty hauler, designed for stability and maximum weight capacity. She's perfect for heavy lifting, from groceries to gear to all terrain. Comes in a black and a red or a gray and a red. It's the only trike in the Australian market that has a dual rear wheel drive and has a differential axle. Most e-trikes are front wheel drive. The differential means you're not going to skid out. You're also going to hold traction, especially on hills and in wet, muddy or uneven terrain. The differential also makes cornering much easier, making it one of the safest e-trikes on the market. We've also got handbrakes up here, which means you can park it up on a hill. It's easy to get on and off with that step-through frame. You can also fold the handlebar like that. So it makes it fold, which makes it easier to pack away. So it packs a torque sensor, so as soon as you start pedaling, it's gonna kick in. It has a massive 20 or 25 amp hour 48 volt battery. That could get you over 90 Ks on one charge. And it can carry up to about 160, 180 kilos of weight. So we sell a lot of these trikes to people who want to travel with their pets. They put their pets on the back, they could put their shopping in the front. You can put the shopping on the front or bring more shopping with you on the back as well. We've sold a lot of these to farmers who prefer using them as quad bikes because they're safer than quad bikes and much cheaper to run as well. We're also official NDIS providers. So if you're part of the NDIS, you can reach out and see if you're eligible for a Vos Papa Grande trike. And that is the trike. So this is the ElHefe, Spanish for boss. If Batman had a bike, I reckon this would be the e-bike he'd be riding. It's kind of like the troopy of e-bikes. It's got a front and rear wheel motor, which you can activate at different times or simultaneously. So I'll show you how that works. So if you wanted to cruise around and just ride it around the city, say, you can just get the rear going. If you wanted to just activate the front, maybe climb a hill, you can get the front going. And then if you're on soft sand or you're going up a really steep dirt hill, you can then activate both wheels, just like this. So as you can imagine, the bike takes off super quick because we got all-wheel motors. It's got a really big 20 amp hour 48 volt Samsung battery, which is detachable. It's got a big color screen where it's easy to activate that front and rear wheel. Carries a lot of weight on the back as well. This is a really handy bike to have if you've got a big property. You can just use it like a regular bike to commute with, and then you have that kind of off-road ability if you want it. So there is a place that we go to up north where it has a really steep hill, and a lot of two-wheel drive cars get stuck up it, and then this thing actually just flies up it. So the e-bike does a better job of getting up the steep hill than the majority of the two-wheel drive cars do. So I love showing that to people. It is a weapon of a bike. There isn't too many dual motors out there on the market. Super fun to ride, takes off really quickly, and works great as a city commuter or just to kick around a large property. The ElHefe, the boss of all e-bikes. So this is the ElDoublers. This is the Vamos fat tire fold-up bike. Comes in a 13, 16, 19 amp hour battery size. And of course, Doublers is Spanish for fold. So it does exactly like that. So with the seat and the battery off, it's about 23 kilos. It's really handy for van lifers, people who are traveling around the country and they want a little travel companion while they can leave their car at the campsite. The other great thing about this bike is that it's super adjustable for people's sizes. So I've seen 13-year-old kids ride them, and I've seen people who are 6'6", 6'7" ride them, just like that if you're super tall. This comes in a black or a red. We do see people use them riding around the city as well because it can compact in a really small space. So if you don't live in a large area, you can fold this one up and it can kind of sneak off in the corner of your room. We've also got those fat tires, so it's pretty comfortable on the off-road terrain. We've also got front suspension and seat suspension, so you can really take it off-road. That makes it even better for those people traveling around Australia who are camping. Usually the terrain around campsites is pretty bumpy. So this is going to get you to the shops or to the pub a bit easier and a bit more comfortable. The ElDoublers, we've been selling this for about 5 or 6 years. It's been a bestseller for ages. We love seeing people kick around on this, and 19 amp hour is the biggest battery you can get with it, which is going to get you 60 to 70 Ks. It is very much a little pocket rocket. So last but not least, we've got the ElRapido. We've been selling the ElRapido for about 6 years now. This is the 2024 model. Super comfortable step-through frame. I'm not sure why, but a lot of people think the step-through frame is for girls. I don't think it is at all. I love this bike. We've got a torque sensor, so it's super reactive. As soon as you put that foot on the pedal, the motor's gonna help you. Adjustable seat, adjustable handlebars, with the color screen in the middle here. It does carry a little less weight compared to the Amigo, but it looks much less bulkier. So this is a great city commuter if you want to whip around the city. It's a 500 watt motor. You can carry stuff on the front and also on the back. You've got an optional throttle, and then you can also put a speed limit into it. So it can match all the laws depending what state you're in. It has a detachable battery, which is 15 amp hours, 48 volts. It's a really smooth ride. A lot of the time when people test ride this, they're keen on it compared to all the other commuters. The torque sensor is also a major selling point because a lot of the commuters that you see in this price range don't have that torque sensor or the color screen. The ElRapido is an awesome little bike to whip around, and it doesn't have the bulkiness of the Amigo. So it's super fun, highly recommend trying it out. And you can carry still quite a fair bit of gear on the front and the back there as well. The ElRapido comes in a blue and a red, and that battery there, Samsung cell, that's also detachable. So that is our range. We're in about 50 bike shops around Australia. You can test ride all of them around the country. If you buy directly from us, all the bikes are about 90% assembled, and all the bikes are pretty straightforward tutorials on how to put them together, which you can see on our website. You also have a 28-day return policy, where if you don't like the bike, you can just send it back and we will refund you on your purchase. At Vamos, we give 1% of our turnover to 1% for the planet. We've helped raise over $20,000 for Australian Conservation Foundation. I did that when I rode my Vamos bike from Perth to Sydney. We are huge believers in e-bikes changing up the Australians' day-to-day living for the better. And we can't wait to keep encouraging Australians to use less fossil fuels, stay fit, get outside, and travel in a quicker and smarter way, and get on an e-bike. If that's a Vamos e-bike, even better.